Bienvenidos a la ciudad de Tucson, el lugar de la Universidad de Arizona y de los Arizona Wildcats. Al caminar por el campus, aparenta que solamente somos unificados por el inglés. Y sí, el inglés es el idioma mayoritario dentro de la universidad, pero buscando en los rincones o solo al cruzar la calle, los cambios comienzan. Pronto los letreros y la influencia hispana, especialmente la mexicana, se empieza a detectar. Y no es para más. Previamente al Gadsden Purchase, la ciudad de Tucson pertenecía a México, y aunque hoy Tucson sea parte de los Estados Unidos, la influencia hispana es notada. Lo podemos ver en la arquitectura, las tradiciones, los idiomas, la música y especialmente en el arte que se puede ver alrededor de Tucson. Hoy, en la región se aproxima que hay 221,000 personas que hablan español. De estas, la gran mayoría también conoce el inglés. Son estas mismas personas que usan sus perspectivas diferentes para mostrarnos el mundo de Tucson de otra manera. Nosotros decidimos buscar a varias de estas personas bilingües y ellos nos contaron sus historias y la manera en la cual perciben a Tucson. Entre todo, contestaron la pregunta: ¿es Tucson una ciudad bilingüe?
Hi, my name is Leticia Gonzalez, and the question is Tucson a bilingual city? To a certain extent it is. I think it depends on what part of town you're in, and whatever is in that surrounding, it'll reflect the culture that is dominant in that area, right? Like if you go to the south side, pues vas a ver, like when you go to downtown, you're gonna see all this art. Specifically, there's this mural, I think it's on 6th Avenue, but it's about Rosie the Riveter, but she's brown. And instead of saying, we can do it, dice, el pueblo unido no será vencido, right? So that's really cool, and that to me shows that in that area, that space is shared by people of different backgrounds, you know, and specifically Mexicans.
Growing up in Tucson, I see it as a bilingual city. There's a large population of Latinos and a lot of Latino influence. Around town, many of the streets are named in Spanish, and certain neighborhoods have been nicknamed with barrio names. For example, where I'm from, the barrio is Barrio Hollywood. In the art world, Tucson is known for having the oldest juvenil mariachi group. Mariachi Los Changuitos was established a little over 50 years ago by two priests who wanted to keep kids off the streets. Also, every year, Tucson holds a Tucson International Mariachi Conference. Growing up, I played mariachi, and the opportunities that I've experienced have helped shape my life. I feel if Tucson didn't have such a large Latino influence, I wouldn't have been playing mariachi or have made the experience as I've had over the years.
See the plays that are put on around that area by Borderlands Theater. Like you have the End Operation Streamline. You also have what else did we have? The Barrio Stories, and it was the reclaiming of space right at the Tucson Convention Center. I mean, you see that Tucson, as time passes by, Tucson I think becomes more and more of a bilingual city. It's just reflected by the type of people that are in it and the language that they choose to speak, to express themselves, the languages, and just the art that we choose to produce and the art that people come see as well. I know there are some poets that are writing in Spanglish, and they've been told by professors that, well, you gotta take it down a notch. So to me, that in some spaces, being bilingual is accepted more readily than in others, and in others it's just frowned upon to a certain extent, and they only want like one language. But I think it's great to have both languages. There's a school almost across the street that it's a bilingual school. And I mean, being bilingual only helps a person. I mean, you're able to offer your skill set to a wider population. You're able to express yourself in a much more full way. And what I mean by that, there are some words in Spanish that I can't translate to English, and there are some words in English that I can't translate to Spanish. So, I mean, lo bonito es poder, pues, hablar en cualquier idioma, en el idioma que sepas, you know, and get your point across.